What do I think about LeBron James dissing Darvin Ham? Am I surprised anything? Do you even take Darvin Ham seriously? You know good and well that if LeBron James was 5 years younger, Darvin Ham would have been pretty much a ham sandwich by now. He'd have been toasted, mayonnaised up, lettuce, tomatoed up, onion up, and bagged like a Subway. And a half a Subway at that. You think about it, he done unloaded coaches a lot quicker and sooner. Let's not get it twisted. I done a take on this about how he done gone through coaches and personnel in LA. Luke Walton didn't last long. Frank Vogel comes in ham. So half as the time as he's been there is half the coaches he's had. No one ever holds him accountable for his antics. And see, as a Miami Heat fan, I often get asked would I want him back. I say, heck no. I think because he tried to get Eric Spoelstra fired. Spoelstra didn't show they didn't need him. Now they didn't. Miami hasn't won a chip since he left, but they've been to two finals since him. So I think Spoelstra kind of proved himself. I understand why Pat Riley didn't want to coach that ego. Could have been a conflict of interest, and he needed him. They both need each other for different reasons. Riley needed as an executive to land the big fish out the water, and LeBron needed the rings. So it was a very much needed thing, but it didn't end too well. We'll see eventually LeBron will get his jersey retired in South Beach, but it's the intention. And then, of course, Phil Jackson, who did not want anything to do with LeBron. Now, I think he was a bit racial and said so when he called it a posse with Clutch Sports. However, I understand why Phil Jackson did not want to touch LeBron. Oh, I get it. No coach worth his ego and salt in the sand wants to deal with a megalomaniac, ego-driven guy who wants to rain and damp on coaches, you know. And I see why Rasheed Wallace didn't want to be part of the coaching staff for Darvin Ham because no one wants to deal with that. LeBron looks to blame everybody but himself. He is older. He is good some nights, really good some nights, very good some other nights, and has a few great nights. However, he's on the downside of his career. He is not the guy he was 5, 10 years ago. And to sit up there and for him to pout when he don't hardly play defense, he can't really control the tempo because even though his stats look good and they look like, oh, wow, people are going to say, well, best at 38, 39, maybe 40 and all that, they don't win. They're an average play in team. If you're in the 7th to 10th seed the last few years, even with an AD, and you claim you're two of the top 15 players going, well, y'all would probably be in the 11 to 15 slot, or 10 to 15, depends on how you want to look at it. And AD's the better player of the two. You're not a championship caliber team. You're not at the top of your apex, and therefore you're not helping your team win. So it's stat pattern 101 and showing up your coach acting disinterested and not caring, which he gets a pass because his coach is on Clutch Sports. He gets a pass because he's always had coaches that have had to look the other way at his antics and his shtick because they know they get fired or reprimanded. Must be nice to be so-called king. Must be nice to be treated like you can do what you want, how you want, and you can have the owner snuggle on your arms and cradle you, and then have the assistant, team assistant's wife cradle and hold up or fold on you like a chair. It's just embarrassing by the stuff that goes on that this guy gets away with because I know there are superstars and how they get away with things, but at the same time, he's not above being reprimanded. He's not playing defense. The team does not fold well with him, in the big picture. And so it is they getting their butt blew out by Golden State. Hey, you're not covering Draymond Green on threes. That's one thing you leave him open. Leaving Klay Thompson open, leaving Steph open. Well, three guys are beating your butt on the perimeter, and you're not getting any hustle ball, loose balls, and you can't get to the free throw line. You can't create turnovers. You're not that special. What are you gonna do? There really ain't that much to him because he's so used to having everything covered, just like his hair on his head. Please hit like, subscribe, work on thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another share the review if you like my piece.